to the DailyFA. My name is Dave Grant. Thank you for joining me again. Today, we are going to discuss, as a financial advisor, how referable are you by your clients? So if you're a financial advisor, I read the same surveys that you do across our industry, and it's all about, how do you get a bigger practice? It's going to be two ways. One, if you've got an effective marketing plan, and two, you're getting referrals from clients. Marketing is where I live quite a lot of the time, so I dabble around in that. But the referrals is something that it's an interesting concept because there's so much noise out there. Some people say ask for referrals. Some people say don't ask for referrals because asking is tacky and it won't get you anywhere. So it's confusing as to what to actually listen to and follow. I actually wanted to understand, well, how can I be more referable, if that's even a word, and actually cause clients just to refer me by actions that I'm taking or interactions that I have with them. So a friend of mine, Stephen Wershing, put together with Julie Littlechild a referability index. And that is a way to go through a survey and score yourself as a financial advisor and understand, well, how referable am I? So Stephen's a friend of mine. He gave me a coupon code to go through this referability index, take you through it as well. So I don't get paid by him. There's no financial ramifications other than the fact that I can review this for free. So let's dive in, let's take you through it. So if you go to the referabilityindex.com, this is where you'll find out about it, 120 question index, and it's right here. So after you have purchased the referability index, this is the page that you're taken to. It's gonna take you through a number of different aspects. As I'm looking at this screen, it's gonna take me through the clients I work with, what experience I give them, the marketing and selling process that they go through, and then it looks like there's different things that could boost the score. So some of these questions as you go through this survey are looking at your target market. This is something I've done in my practice as I worked with teachers. I did that quite in detail, and now I've done it again as I'm working with pre-retirees in the Chicago area. That can be a little broader, that aspect, but I've defined it based on the psychographic of the client I want to work with in terms, and they've mentioned it here, is it a delegator? Is it someone who is looking, to get a lot of value out of life? I integrate life planning into my planning services. So if someone is looking for a pure numbers-based plan, I am not the person for them. My plans have a lot of value, a lot of meaning, as I'm sure a lot of other advisors do, but that I make sure to say that and put a lot of value on it. Another part that's interesting is looking at, what kind of criteria do you look for in accepting new clients, which is interesting when talking about how referable you are. I lay it out in front of clients to say, if it is not a good fit after these couple of meetings that we're having, then I won't take you as a client. I'll find someone else for you to work with. And I expect you to do the same as well. If you don't think it's a good fit, then you gotta tell me and we'll find you somewhere else to go. And I also say, if you're looking for a long-term relationship, I'm gonna take you through a full plan first. And that's almost the interview process for you and me. You're gonna get to understand the style that I work with, the communication style I have. I'm gonna get to understand you in terms of how receptive you are to advice, how quick you are to respond to me when I email you. If you're looking for ongoing service and after that initial plan, if I don't think it's a fit, I'm gonna tell you. And if you've seen in other videos, I've told people that. It's not necessarily a comfortable conversation, but I've only got so many seats on my bus. So that's what's gonna happen. So it's great that these things are being asked in here because it's good in understanding exactly what is being used in terms of understanding how referable I am. All right, so through 50 questions of this referability index, it's getting quite in depth into the client experience, what they can expect, and digging deep into what kind of practice are you running, what kind of meetings are you holding, and what can your client expect from working with you. It's really good so far. It's very easy to understand in terms of the questions they're asking. It's getting into depth in various aspects of my practice, and I'm only 50 questions out of 120, so I'm guessing this is gonna keep going. Let's fast forward all the way to the end and I can give you a recap as to where we end up. So now we are done with all those 120 questions on this referability index. Let's have a look and see what it says about retirement matters. So as you can see, if we go to my dashboard and the referability index, it's going to give you, top of the screen, a current score. You've got this average, which is the blue line in this green bar right here, and apparently we're the yellow bar, so we're doing okay. There's strategic priorities. We'll go over those in a second. But if we look at the different sections that have been parceled out in this index, you can kind of see where the average is and where we're falling. So client focus, you've got this blue line here, which is the average, and yellow line, so the focus specifically being pre-retirees who are looking to retire in the Chicago area, have a certain income, have a certain net worth, have a certain way they want to do business and service level they want to engage in. We're doing pretty well there. Client experience, it's way over on the end, and I believe that's because the client experience is very structured. It's a case of I can tell a client exactly where they're in their journey, and we can pretty much give them all the steps, the guidelines, what's expected of them, what's expected of us, all the way through the journey, and it's very clean cut. In terms of marketing, again, above average here. Like I mentioned, we've got a marketing plan that is in place for the company. We use outsourced people for that, and it's something that's structured. When I was going through the marketing piece, there was a lot of emphasis on client events. I don't do any type of client events, so I'm wondering if that's where this is saying, you know, you could do better. In terms of selling is pretty much average here. This is where it's saying, okay, you're par for the industry. When we come over to the selling piece, it looks like we are at the average portion. Average, I'm not sure where this is coming from, but it's the average based on a lot of other people that have taken the survey and a lot of other studies that Stephen and his colleagues have done. As I was going through the questionnaire on this, a lot of this was based on how you're selling yourself, how you're getting more referrals from current clients. It's something I don't have a process for, something I don't ask clients for a lot, and quite frankly, I just assume it will happen if I'm doing a good enough service. Who knows if that's true or not. I do have referrals that come from clients. I'd love more, but apparently this is where I need some work. In terms of the multipliers, I'm a solo practitioner, so I'm even shocked that I'm showing up as above average on this team aspect. I don't have a team, it's just me. So if there's gonna be any work on the team in the office, I'm just gonna disregard that advice because I don't have a team. Internal process, a lot of this was talking about how structured is your firm internally. I'm currently going through that right now with my intern, structuring everything we do and writing everything down and streamlining everything. So happy to see that we're above average here. In terms of marketing process, again, it's all structured, it's all streamlined out with the outsourced partners that I use. And so we know exactly what's happening. We have editorial calendars for various things, and we know when things are getting posted and distributed and XYZ. So if we go up to the top of this dashboard, what are the things that we're gonna work on? So develop processes to capture and nurture prospects. So a lot of this is drip marketing, giving people a way to sign up for your newsletter. Those are on my website right now, but I don't doubt they can be better. You know, my newsletter signups have dropped off recently because things aren't as easy to find, and the giveaway that's, you know, being used to get people's emails hasn't been updated in a while. That's actually something that's being refreshed right now, so I'm hoping that that will improve this piece right here. The next thing, develop your team. I'm gonna skip over that, I'm a solo, I'm not gonna develop a team. And talk about referrals with your clients. This gives us a little insight because it tells clients how they can introduce people that we would like to work with, identifying acquaintances that we'd like to meet or ask for introductions, and to work more with centers of influence. No doubt, I have some work to do here. It's not something I'm comfortable with, so I think I need to learn more about it. In terms of understanding how referable I am, this gives me a great metric. This helps me understand what strengths I have in the business, where I need to work on, and also how it can be improved over time. I'm hoping that I can take this survey again and gradually increase that score and be referred by more clients. So in terms of this referability index, it was certainly worth the money that you would pay. Again, I got this for free so I could review it for these videos. But it was definitely helpful in understanding what I need to do. So Stephen Wershing, kudos to you and your team for putting this together. Thank you for letting me review this. If you would like to understand more about the things we're doing in the DailyFA and get more ideas for your practice, you can text DailyFA to 44222. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. That's how these videos keep coming to you. And we know that we're creating the best content for you. Until next time, enjoy your day.